Recently, I've been talking a lot about trading with silvers, and it's because they're making me a lot of coins on my main account, but they also made me a lot of coins over on the 0 to 1 million coin trading series. If you're not currently trading with silvers, you're missing out. So to help you, I've listed 4 of the regular trading methods that I'm currently using. But before we do get into the video, if you're looking to get some very easy coins, then there is no better place than Mule Factory. Head over there to get yourself some cheap and fast FIFA 22 coins, completely reliable, and if you use Fnatic 5 at checkout, you will also get yourself a 5% discount. Link can be found in the description down below. Getting back into the video, silvers are great players to trade with because they're easy to compare, there's next to no competition, and they still have value. If you time it correctly, you'll be able to get one of these silver players way below market value, where you can list them even higher to make thousands, potentially even tens of thousands of coins, and they will easily be able to sell on within that first hour. If you're limited on the amount of coins that you currently have and you need to go through this on a budget, then it's best for you to look at your normal silver players. These are your rare silvers or even your common silver cards you have within game. To do this, it's nothing special. You just need to go over to the transfer market, select rare silver, common silver, or you can just look at silvers in general and go across the market until you find a player with a bid on. With this, we're looking at the whole silver market, so you really shouldn't have to go across too many pages, and even if you do, it's still going to be less than a couple minutes. Once you do have a player with a bid on, add them to your watch list and compare the player's price. Remember earlier where I said silvers are great to trade with because they're easy to compare and there's no competition? Well, when you do compare a player, you will only need to go across a couple pages as there are only a limited amount of each card listed on the transfer market. From here, you're just looking at what is the current lowest buy now. If you find the silver player, compare their price, and the lowest buy now, which is currently listed, is 700 coins, and the current bid for that silver player is only 150, you can put a 200 coin bid in, and if you win that player, you can then list them for 650, potentially even 700 coins, and you're making a decent amount of profit out of just using 200 coins to buy this player. You're tripling your coins even after the 5% EA tax. Now this is a small type of deal. There are other players, especially once you start finding Premier League players, where you can get them for less than 1,000 coins and sell them for 2, 3, 4,000 coins and beyond. This type of trading method is always something that I recommend going to when you're first starting FIFA, or you've put yourself in a position where you've gone all the way back down to 0 coins. If you're looking to make even more profit with a much higher budget, you could do a very similar thing, except don't look at your silver common or even your rare silvers, you can look at silver team of the weeks. The method is still exactly the same, except now you're going over to the transfer market and you're setting the quality to be silver team of the week rather than anything else. You still go through the market player by player looking for those with bids on. If they have a bid, you can add them to your watch list and wait for them to go down to the last 30 seconds to 1 minute. This time around, you're going to have to go through quite a few pages, and even once you're on page 1, you might find that the first player is going to expire within just a couple seconds, but your 10th player is probably going to expire within 10 minutes. Silver team of the weeks are a lot rarer. There's limited of each player, plus on top of that, with each week that we get, team of the week only offers 1 or 2 silver players in total. If you go through the transfer market all the way up to 1 hour, you're probably only adding anywhere between 6 to 10 players in total to your watch list. It's not a crazy amount, but the good thing, if you do time it correctly and you are trading at a good time, you will be able to bid on some of these players, get them for less than 10,000 coins, and list them for some of them even being up to 20,000 coins. Silver team of the week players are still valuable, and because there is a limited supply on the market, with it getting rarer and rarer as time goes on, it does lead to them having a slightly higher price compared to some of the gold team of the weeks. But most people, when playing Ultimate Team, especially within FIFA 22, they don't really care about silver team of the weeks within their team. They want to have high rated golds, high rated gold informs, looking at other types of special cards. So when it comes round to bidding, there's not too much attention on them. If you do get outbidded, what I tend to do is wait until the player gets all the way down to 5 seconds, and then I'll place another bid and just keep this going until my opponent, whoever's I'm bidding against, gets bored, moves on to a completely different player. Most of the time you will be able to win these trades. You're not going to get a crazy amount because it's a limited supply, but with the ones you do get, you should be making a decent amount of profit on each. If sitting around and waiting for these players really isn't your thing, or you want something else to do whilst you're waiting for these players to reach that 30-second mark where you can place a bid, you could always look at Silver Team of the Week sniping. With this, you'll go over to the transfer market, set the quality to be Silver Team of the Week, and you can find the lowest buy nows. With Silver Team of the Week players, there is a huge fluctuation depending what's going on. The cheapest I've ever seen them has been around 11 to 12k, and then the most expensive that I've seen them has been around 27 to their max, which is 30k. And it's not crazy to see this be completely different on a day-by-day basis. Every single time that you're looking to do a Silver Team of the Week sniping method, go to the transfer market, set the quality to be Silver Team of the Week, and just find the lowest buy now. Work out the 5% EA tax and then take away however much profit you would like to be making at a minimum on these players. I find that the more expensive these players are, the better it is for me to find some very good deals. So whatever your final number is for how much you're willing to get them for to list slightly higher, set that as the maximum buy now amount, go over to your bid, set it to 15 million, and then just hold left on your controller and continuously keep on searching. On average, you'll probably find one of these deals every single minute. Whether or not you win those deals is entirely up to you and how quick you can be of searching that player and quickly buying them. Remember that these are Silver Team of the Weeks, so they're rare, but also remember that we are looking at the whole Silver Team of the Week transfer market. This isn't just one specific player or one group of players. This is absolutely everything that can be listed. And because it is Silver Team of the Weeks, the competition is still fairly low, especially once you compare it to other types of sniping filters when you have gold players. I'm not the quickest player when it comes to sniping, not even a massive fan of sniping, but even I'm able to still win a fair few amount of these deals. And when I do win them, it's not just a case of me making a couple hundred coins profit, especially once we're looking at those more expensive players. There's other people that will make massive mistakes, just want to get rid of Silver Team of the Week players quickly, and will list them for thousands of coins way below market value. If you're there to pick those up and you time it correctly, you're on your way to be making a lot of coins just by sitting there and searching the transfer market. It just comes down to being in the right place at the right time. One of the best times that I've had when trading with Silver Team of the Weeks was adding loads of these to my watch list by doing the previous method and just bidding on them once they get down to the last 30 seconds if they are below that lowest buy now. And whilst I'm waiting for all of these players to go down to that last 30-second mark, I would go and use this Silver Team of the Week sniping method. That way I was able to get deals in between, and it gave me a lot of profit within a very short amount of time that I was trading. And the final method that I use with silver players is yet again with Silver Team of the Week players, and it is investing. Every single week when a new Team of the Week comes out, I tell you that I spend a bit of time looking at the gold players and buying them and storing them in my club. The reason for this is because this is the point in which there is the most versions of that player listed on a transfer market, and as time goes on, people will use that player for an SBC, they'll store them in their club and stop playing, and gradually that player gets rarer and rarer. To eventually where there is only a couple pages worth and that player is no longer 10,000 coins, which was my buy-in amount, they are now looking at 30, 40,000 coins and beyond. With Silver Team of the Weeks, it's exactly the same, except they start to be even rarer right at the beginning because not as many people are opening silver packs. No matter the silver player, and as long as they're not at their maximum price of 30k, I will buy that player and store them in my club. How long I store them in there for, it all depends of what's going on in FIFA. The events that happen can dictate the price of certain players, and if you do time it correctly, you may be in a position where you're buying a silver player for 10k one week, and then the following week, because of certain objectives or certain SBCs, that player has shot up massively to be extinct in the market, and you can easily list them at their max, being 30k, and they will sell instantly. I've been investing in Silver Team of the Weeks ever since the first week of FIFA, and every single week it works out well for me. I still haven't made a loss on any of these investments, and for those that didn't look like they were going up in price, I was still able to use them for different SBCs to complete different objectives, and they've paid for themselves. With silver team of the weeks, I can't remember any SBC that's required them, but there have been a few objectives, and when those objectives have come up, these players have shot up in price. If you're looking at the team of the week and there are silver players and they are listed less than 22,000 coins, it's worth buying one and just storing it to your club. Chances are that they will increase as time goes on. You may need to hold on for them for a bit of time, few weeks, potentially even a couple months, but they will increase. What I normally do is use the other trading methods that we've mentioned within this video to build up as many coins as possible every single week. Once it comes around to a new team of the week about to release, that is when I will dedicate 50% of the profit that I've been able to make for that week into different investments. That way I'm able to build up my investment portfolio within Ultimate Team, but I'm also able to still continuously push forward as I still have more coins at the end of the week than what I did at the beginning. I can then still use the coins within my club to make trades to make even more coins the next week, whilst also having those investments within my club. And this has always worked out incredibly well for me. But anyway guys, those are the 4 different silver trading methods that I use. All of them have next to no competition, and all of them are a great way for you to gradually build up to 1 million coins if you haven't reached that yet. If you do have any questions, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going to see ya.